Right back just like that. You know, I'm getting better at that shit. At that ship. Titanic was a very beautiful ship. 2 minutes for everybody to come in. Now we're moving on with our late night snack, having the time of my life. We're gonna represent, dog. Check this out. You see that? This is what I'm about to put into the system, kickstart everything. This is a business I would love to have here. What happened to the peanut gallery? You not here? Come spend some time with your boy, man. So yo, I'm gonna go over here try to reset everything up. I get attacked by a celebrity. I don't want to give the celebrity my autograph, so I'm hiding. You know, he trying to hide. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. Keep it moving. Know what I mean? That's what we do. That's how we do it. Know what I mean? And it cuts off my live. And then I'm like, yo, I can't do no superhero shit. So as soon as I move it, if it even touches the mic, it would just cut the fucking sound off. But I hope you guys have good coffee. And here we go. Let's see. Is it better than Starbucks? Only one way to find out. The DR coffee has a little, mm, is better than Starbucks. If I could package that coffee, yo, that's some fucking great coffee. Yo, you know I'm a connoisseur. My family grows cafe and tobacco. This shit, oh my goodness. I want to wave at the lady and tell her, yo, this shit is fuego. This shit is fiery. This shit is fire, dude. Yo, God forgive me. This shit running through my mind. Oh, Donya's in the house, kid. It's a competition. No more Playboy bunnies. This shit is Jessica Rabbits out here. If I could package this coffee in the way that Starbucks does it, I have a winning combination. It's funny because in one of the vlog series earlier, we were kind of talking about that. And I don't know, just a good thought for business. Excellent customer service. Yo, they got beers. Come on now. Look how they cornered the market. You got beers, drinks, you got coffee, pastries, you got tobacco products and chips, and then you got Dominican food. There's no escaping this. Whether you're getting a continental breakfast with some yogurt, tres leches, they have Milky Ways chilled, they have fruit cups, they have uh, apples, Washington apples, but the DR ones, which are way, way, way better, they got donuts. They have the coconut kisses. They have flan. They got coffee, which is like a cappuccino mixture. You got the keepers, the patelitos. You got the rellenos. You got everything, big. Patel en hoja. This shit is crazy, yo. That's how you corner the market, yo. That's how you do it. For me, this shit has turned into an adventure, man. It really has. So, at $1.50, I think I spent like $3 right there. What can I say? How do I feel? I feel great. I spoke to my beautiful wife. Jokes all day, laughing, that shit. Shout out to my beautiful wife. And reminisce, on many, many things, many aspects of life. I've learned to trust God in the process, you know what I mean? God is the secret to my success. So, very humbled, very grateful. I see that it's starting to get busier and busier as many people are traveling like a little bit earlier. And, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's all good. It's a beautiful environment, beautiful setting. Um, I got an action packed, basically, moment tomorrow. I'm going to build from there. You know what I mean? So, how do I find God in every situation? It was not by coincidence that those superstars are right there and I was right here. To myself, creating my content. I don't do the Hollywood stuff. Got mad love for the kid. Law of attraction, I was just talking about and just gave his career as an example. And I'm seeing him do his thing. You know what I mean? This lady treats me phenomenal. The lady upstairs that I was having a conversation with, she treats me phenomenal. And overall, I'm just grateful to be part of the movie, to be part of this simulation, to be part of this experience. And I don't want to go. Bye. Dios la bendiga. Pase buen día. I don't want to go too deep into certain things, but definitely want to enjoy my coffee. I don't know if I would want more coffee. I think it's just the fact that my nerves were sporadic, and as you can see, I'm intaking a lot of sugar, so I'm balancing out and I'm starting to feel better, you know? Mm. Granted, I do have work to do and I have been putting it off, but it's okay because this is part of the healing process. So just being able to speak to my wife and just laugh about life and laugh at things and not look at them in a messed up way is a blessing. That shit gives me life, you know what I mean? It gives me hope, it gives me faith. Again, I'm appreciative to the universe. No matter what happens tomorrow, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this amazing opportunity because it truly is. It truly is an amazing opportunity. It truly is a blessing to have this clarity of life and just no matter how things are going, just pray, man. It's enough about worrying about shit and being concerned and this, that, and the third. Like, yo, stress kills, man. That shit is bad for you, man. I've been stressed since I was a little kid. You know what I mean? I've been hustling in these streets my whole fucking life. You know, it's enough of that shit, man. I pray for my kids. I was thinking about dedicating a segment to my kids and just kind of sharing with them, like, yo, you need to find that balance. You know what I mean? You need to find that utopia. You know what I mean? You can't let this shit overwhelm you. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit. At the end of the day, I know that doesn't come from God. You know, you get tired of fucking just swimming against the current. You get tired of that shit, man. You know, I'm finally free. I'm liberated, and it's not even the security of being certain, right? It's not even this or that. It's not left or right. It's not up and down, forwards or backwards. It's not an X or a Y axis. It just is. People try to put you in this box, man. You know, A lot of the articles that I've written in Future Tech Plus have discussed that. My family has done so much damage, and all I've been doing is rebuilding. You would think that me becoming a PhD in multiple concentrations would be something that they would embrace, right? That they would support, that they would relate to, that they would understand. And it just made it worse because the attacks came on even further. And why do I say that? Because on your road to success, you're gonna fucking deal with these type of things. You're gonna deal with these type of people. I don't give a fuck about what gossip, celebrity rumors, and fucking tabloid shit. There's nothing that anybody could say or do worse than my family because it's emotional abuse. It's an abandonment when it's not convenient, when it's not beneficial. It's not a love that correlates. Yet, sit down and have a conversation with them. See how on the surface that shit is. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of shit. Mentally, I'm in another fucking universe, but I want to get down to the meat and potatoes of it. You know what it is to ask a person, yo, where's this behavior coming from? What justifies this neglect and this abuse? And for somebody to have no type of remorse, conscience, reflection, accept no type of responsibility, just don't care to care. At least you could try, at least for a day. Can I get a fucking day out of a year? It's 365 days. I want to challenge my family to love a fucking person outside of themselves for a day. I don't think they could do it. During this discussion, right, I'm talking to my heroin addict uncle, my favorite uncle, but heroin addict. It's a disease. It's not. This is not intended to be like hurtful or anything like that. My uncle knows who he is, and he lets you know that he showcases that. So you know why I have respect for him because he keeps it 100. I can look beyond that. I can look beyond the disease. What I cannot overlook is malice. Malice is intent, it's willful, it's premeditated. A disease is something that, you know, maybe you were dropped as a kid, maybe you didn't have enough iron in your system, you didn't get enough sunlight. It's so many things. You didn't get enough emotional nurturing, right? When somebody does heroin, they feel like they're in the mother's womb. They feel like a mother's love. And I know it's not the case with my uncle because my grandmother was very nurturing and very loving and stuff like that. If there's potential, there could have been neglect from my grandfather's side. So we need to be fair, call a spade a spade. But being able to overlook that and speak about it freely and still love this person and still know that deep down inside is the person that I love and I look up to and I respect and honor and not allow the other person to cause harm and hurt and pain. My uncle feels abandoned. My uncle feels emotionally detached. He feels abused. He feels that it's fight or flight. He feels that it's survival. So he's very territorial. Whatever he has, he holds on to it. Like he doesn't know that there's another way. And he does believe in God. Just because you do drugs doesn't mean you don't believe in God. Just because you have criminal background and you've done dirt doesn't mean you don't know who the one true God is. But sometimes God will challenge you in ways to kind of see how you manage things. So for my uncle, his challenge was, listen, I know you're upset about a lot of things that you don't have the words or the knowledge or the wisdom or the understanding to express. We know that. This is God, right? As the witness. But he's going to need your help. He's going to need you to go get him 200 pesos because he cannot use his bank card in this country. Great. He goes out of his way. right when I'm gonna leave, peacefully, like a warrior, with a warrior spirit. A discussion ensues, right? Dialogue is engaged. It's a clash of fucking feelings and emotions. And I have to turn off being his nephew. Now I have to be a doctor. I have to be a PhD. I have to be a psychologist. You know, I'm not a therapist. This is my specialty. Front lobe, cerebral cortex, early childhood development. The only place where nobody can run from. Many of those things were carried into his life and they manifested in different ways. My uncles were even in the armed forces. So they took a moment out of themselves to pour into fighting for others. That is honorable. But the streets, they always say the allure of the streets, right? The streets got a hold of them and it changed the course of their lives. It changed the course of my family's lives. Again, I'm able to love enough to see beyond that and look for the good and draw the love from the small moments and things like that and be grateful and be appreciative and be supportive. All I can do is provide my love, my support, and my understanding. My uncle not only feels that he's cornered and that, sadly he has to be dependent on many other things, including drugs. That's just one part of it. It's not the main part because it's the seedlings to why the drug abuse is there, which becomes a disease. Now you have chemical dependency, so it's completely different. It changes the wiring in your brain. When a person that's addicted doesn't have what they need, they go into a severe, severe shock. And a drug like heroin, this is one of the strongest, it's an opioid, right? Now, all of those frustrations, they are masqueraded behind economic necessity. Yet, there has been support from the family for nutrition and financial, emotional, psychological, and everything. It just hasn't been well received or well accepted, where it has never become a standard, right? So, my uncle tells me, you know what, it's because of a financial thing, I have to do for myself this, that, and the third. That was pure honesty. That only came after purging all these bottled up feelings and emotions. And I said, you know what, I'm going through this process, I'm building some things. Just give me a little bit more time. But I promise you, God is my witness. I give you my word. As soon as I'm able to, I'm going to help you financially. And on top of helping you financially, I'm going to support you emotionally. Oh, I don't believe that. I don't know. I said, okay, don't worry. Right now, you may feel that way. Maybe in the past, you felt that way. But allow time some time. Open the door to the possibility of the opportunity of that shit changing. Give yourself the opportunity for that shit to change. Give yourself the chance. It's never too late. It's never too late, yo. I'm a convicted felon. I can't change that. But I could use that as an inspiration to change my life. I could use my story to inspire somebody else. If I can help somebody, I'm going to help them. I'm not just an artist. I'm not just a this. I'm not just a that. How much is it going to take away from me to pour love into a person that is unable to pour love into themselves, that is unable to receive the word love from anybody else? Because you have that mentality. I've lost everything. I got to do this and do that. Not understanding all this shit has been a test from God. My family doesn't understand these negotiations. You know why God is like, no, wait a minute. We got to fix some shit here first. Because I know your heart, and you're going to take these people to the promised land of milk and honey, and it's going to be family tragedies. I could buy you a Ferrari, and you could kill yourself in it. I have a family member bought a Porsche for his son. I tell my son this shit all the time. The kid killed himself in the car. Couldn't handle the power, couldn't handle the prestige, the responsibility, the discipline. I know it hurts. I just told you about my cousin that got shot. God spared his life and he became an atheist. Shit happens. Nobody owes you an explanation. Nobody owes you any type of understanding. It's just the reality of my life. I have very close friends, childhood brothers that I've lost to drugs. That if I had $1 million, I would give them $2 million. That if I had $100 million, they wouldn't have to worry about shit for the rest of their lives. You know what's the only thing I've asked them to do? Stop using cocaine. They can't do it. My own two brothers, two peas in the same pod, different ways. It could be different drugs, it could be different abusive behaviors, but they both have a dependency. One always thinks they're better than the other. They don't see the correlation of the same fucking swing that they're both on. It's a shame, but this is my family. This is my reality. I cannot want better for yourself than what you want for yourself. You need help financially? If I could solve all my problems with money, I'd be the richest man in the universe. I could give you all the money in the world. If your ass is fucking broken inside, there's nothing money that that money could change. And it's fucked up to say that shit, and it hurts me to say that shit. I'm in public. I'm in a cafeteria surrounded by a bunch of people. But I know that this message is gonna go through, and it's not only gonna help those people, it's gonna help everybody else. Everybody that comes from the blockchain with their VPNs to absorb this content behind the anonymity of a MetaMask, where we only use Bitcoin and Ethereum and Tron and Cardano and Solano and Monero, that world, the real world, where the real fucking wealth is, they understand. There's somebody that's going through the same shit. When you're in the pursuit of happiness and you're an entrepreneur and you fucking try to make it happen, you're gonna have to deal with that shit. You're gonna have to bury some of those family members. You may not be able to go bail out those family members. You may not be able to have lawyer money for those family members because you got to have money to feed your family and other family members that they may need the money to go to school, to educate themselves, to go to sports program. Yet God has still bestowed it upon you to deal with that shit. Nobody in my family has dealt with none of the shit that I'm talking about. I must be crazy to take that shit on head first. I got a baby cousin, hasn't been here for some time. Young, gone, and it hurts, and it bothers me, and it upsets me. And as much as it hurts me, and as much as it pisses me off, all I could do is pour more love into the family, knowing that we're missing all these fundamental pillars of success, of stability, of tranquility, peace of mind. But my family chooses what's convenient for them to focus on. I asked my uncle, I said, yo, how many people in this family are on drugs? How many people in this family are on alcohol? How many people in this family suffer from depression? They cannot support you because they don't support themselves. They cannot believe in you because they don't believe in themselves. They cannot love you because they don't love themselves. And yes, let's heal the wound because now we've exposed it. We took out all the trash. Now let's start sewing up the wound. Maybe they turned their backs on you. Maybe they gave up on you. I haven't. I didn't. I know what it's like to write to my brother in an email because it's the only way I could communicate with him and tell him I'm gonna save you, dog. I'm on the way. I don't know how long it's gonna take because God's timing is perfect whenever God wants. But I'm gonna help you. I'm not gonna give up on you. I'm not gonna turn my back on you. I'm not gonna abandon you. I'm gonna help you because God is not gonna let me go to where I need to go, and for all of us to go where we need to go until those things are taken care of. So sending money to my uncle is not a problem, but it's just the same connotation as me buying you the Ferrari. I could buy you a Lamborghini and you could kill yourself in it. I could buy you a Porsche or Ferrari and you could kill yourself in it. I could give you all the blessings in the fucking world, an amazing father, an amazing mother, an amazing family, give you everything that you ever fucking could imagine. Coming from a person's perspective that hasn't had nothing and nobody his whole life, everything I got, I work hard for. And somebody try to take your motherfucking life, and God says, no, 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 not time yet. I got a plan for you. And for that person to say, I don't believe in God, what's the first three words a person says when they get shot? I've written about it in all my books, 45 books and counting. I've spoken about it as much as I can. Oh my God, an atheist could get shot with a shotgun. That's what that nigga's gonna say. Oh my God. You think it was the machines that brought you back to life? You think it was the medicine? You think it was the doctors, the nurses? If that was the case, it would be the case for everybody else, right? But it's not. If I would have told you we will be having this conversation under these circumstances about this topic, if I would have told you this a few weeks ago, a few months ago, would have never crossed your mind. Would have never crossed my mind. Yet God made it possible. If the shoe fits, wear it. I already have an economic recovery plan for my family. I'm working on it every day with everything that I do. Money, you can have the money. Love, support, understanding, you can have it all. Healing comes from within. Whatever challenges my loved ones are facing, that's between them. They got to pour into themselves and rebuild whatever the fuck shit is broken and fucked up in there. Only when they're able to love themselves, they'll be able to love. And not love conditionally, unconditionally. Only then could they see the whole perspective and love everybody else. How would our family be if for a few years we all supported and loved each other? What would be the difference? What if I helped my uncle financially? What if I rebuilt the house? What if I got him the medical help that he needed? What if I sent him back to Cuba to get cured? Where would be the support structure? Would everybody else in the family do the same? Or would they find an excuse to not do anything? I'm a convicted felon. I'm a nobody. But my corporation, my investment portfolios, that's a different ballpark. You may perceive and think whatever you want about me, but my education, you cannot take out of this beautiful mind. The love in my heart, you can't take out of this soul. The spirit that I have as a warrior to fucking fight this shit every day, I'm fighting a spiritual battle in front of my family. They don't even realize it. I'm fighting for all their fucking souls and salvations. And that's what they don't want to talk about. You know how religious my family is? Talk that God shit with them. Oh, they believe in God. To talk about God amongst themselves, not to fucking be of God's people in the rest of the world. You don't want to talk about God with me. I challenge anybody in my family to talk to me about religion. And I'm an expert on all religions. I've traveled the world. I'm going back to Jerusalem. So We we could go there if you want to go there. I won every theology competition for UNLV. And my business partners, sisters, they're all theology teachers. And I beat all of them multiple times. So we could go there. We could talk that God shit. Can't talk about that God shit. You can't talk about that love shit. You can't talk about that real life shit. You think my family's problem is economic? Is it emotional? Is it psychological? Is it spiritual? Is it physical? Is it an imbalance? Ding, 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 ding. Looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's not a giraffe. You want to talk that knowledge shit? Let's talk that education shit. Just count how many engineering classes I have given here for free. Let's count how many books I've published and how many more I've already written. Let's count how many songs in my catalog. With no credentials, no civilian rights, I've been enslaved since my youth. Contract after contract, fighting for everything my whole life. Now, let's put that on the scoreboard against everybody else. Tell me one person I've done wrong in this whole family. Zero. When? Never. Tell me one person in this family I have not shown my love, support, and understanding and given them their honor and just due process and respect. All of them. Tell me one person in this family that I've judged. Now I'm going to project everything back into their face. Almandito, dead. Juan, dead. Gregory, alcoholic. Drug addict. Chris, drug addict. Want me to keep going? Sam, heroin addict. Fausto, hardworking man. Family man. He was so good with his first marriage, he started a second marriage, and they were both successful. What was the failures? The drug use and abuse of the family because of my two uncles. That created a cycle. Brian just got out of jail, in and out of jail, jailbird. These are my little cousins. I want to see these niggas owning a real estate company. How many marriages in the family have lasted over 25 years? Because right now, nobody's had a marriage longer than mine. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm going to hit him where it hurts. Let's turn it up a little bit. Let's fucking put some more pressure in the torque bar. Everybody's pain is valid when it's their fucking pain, not when it's anybody else's. Everybody's need is important when it's their need, nobody else's. I'm supposed to cry your tears. If the shoe fits, wear it. God is good and God is great, and you believe that God shit when you're talking about God. Not when God is giving you the test to show what you really believe with everybody else in the family. And you wonder why my godfather left everything in the other family's name. Because that bickering, that fighting, that beef shit, that hate shit doesn't exist in the other family. So I tip off my hat to them. I'm just calling a spade a spade. My grandfather gave everybody the same love. Some made it, some didn't. Most did not. Some could play a good game, they can hide it very well. None of the people in this family have the fucking audacity to call me, confront me. Let's go, let's shoot the bullshit. Let's go, shot for shot. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I got more money than the whole family. And I'm always gonna have more money than the whole family. So this is not a money thing. How much does it cost you to love somebody? Nothing. How much does it cost you to support somebody? Nothing. How much does it cost you to relate and understand? And you wonder why you guys are praying in vain and God is like, nah, it ain't time. It ain't time. I'm not gonna buy you a Ferrari so you could kill yourself in it. That's it. Nobody's gonna tell you that when you're at the Ferrari dealership, right? Nobody's gonna tell you that. You could kill yourself in this car. One moment could change your life or it could stay the same. How much pain, suffering has gone on in this fucking family? How many books have you read? What are you a specialist in? Where have you traveled in the world? What have you done? How many people have you helped? How many people have you told God bless you in the last 6 months? How many times you been to church in the last 6 months? How many times you opened the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, or Buddhistic principles? How many people have you helped? How many people have you apologized to? If you've ever heard anybody, yo, I'm sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry because what I said was wrong, what I thought was wrong, what my gestures were wrong, what my actions were wrong. You see, my family can hide amongst the public because they sell them an alternate reality. They can hide very well. It's called credit cards. It's called debt. You think because the house looks nice, because it has nice paint, your life is nice? Happiness is not a house. Happiness is not furniture. Happiness is not a car. Happiness is not jewelry or name brand clothing. Happiness, true success, is complete success. You don't have that. But you want to point the finger and judge people like you do, like you have the authority to do so. The people of God doesn't mean it's a specific religion or book or belief or wherever you go to pray. Have to deal with this shit. You know why? Because to get to that success level up here, where everybody wants to be, all that shit has to be in order. Because you can have all the money and be depressed and go right back to drugs and go right back to alcohol and go right back to depression. And you can't hide that shit. Because when you're all alone by yourself and you look in the mirror, you got to face the truth. Then every person that they see bothers them because they settled. Their life is like, oh, get a nice house. I want paint. I'm gonna get some nice clothes. I'm gonna get a nice car. I'm gonna have credit. I'm a front paying the minimum. I would love to see the balance sheets for everybody in this family. Can I look at your financials? Can you allow me to be your stockbroker for 2 days, 3 days, 72 hours? Then let's talk. Are you liquid? Capital gains taxes, you know what that is? Are you liquid? Nobody's liquid in this family. Surprise. If you're not wealthy emotionally, you're never going to be wealthy financially. And only broken people break people. I know that my family is broken because they're all broken inside. Look how they break other people. This family is so evil. When something bad happens to somebody, they're happy. That's what they gossip and talk about. You got nothing else to talk about. Why don't you talk about something good? How much does that cost you? Ain't that some funny shit? Tell me what were the last 12 good deeds that you did? Tell me when was the last time you donated to charity? I don't care if you donated a pair of socks and some Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Tell me one good business tip you told anybody in the family. Tell me one time when another family member relative went through a painful experience and it actually hurt your feelings. Tell me how many times you prayed when you saw somebody struggling in the family. I can't hear you. I'm listening. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't fit, hey, to each his own, right? My words cut like diamonds cut glass. You want to live how I live? It's easy. I'll teach you. I can't do the work for you. I could give you the answers, but I can't study for you. I can't do the homework for you. The collective in my family loves the idea of success. They love the concept of success. They're willing to do zero for it. This is not a popcorn economy. Acme, pour water, mix success. All success is not measured in financial gains. My family will forever be poor inside of their hearts. If they would put the weapons down and stop fighting each other and wave the white flag and just start extending a hand, each one teach one. I challenge every person in this family to help one person and show proof, show the work. This happened in the family, this person is going through it, this is the problem, this is the solution, and this was my contribution to it. 5 steps. Today's the 3rd of June. I should be hearing about some miracles in the family in the next 72 hours. Just like any other business, I give you 72 hours. One person. I challenge every person in the family, just help one person. And I'm going to even give you a tip on how you do it. All I want you to do is any person that you feel that you've ever done wrong, just say, I'm sorry. That's it. Just say, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me. I fucked up. I did it the wrong way. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said it that way. I shouldn't have hurt your feelings. I didn't understand that you've been going to school for 30 something years. Even though it looks like the same person, it's not the same person. I challenge you. This is my first cup of coffee. Wait till I drink a few more cups. Now, how many people in this family have the heart to apologize to each other and really mean it? Not like apologize and when somebody turns around, they start the wachinche again. No, no, no. I'm sorry. How can I make it better? How can I help you? Before I let your marriage fail, tell me how I can help you. Before you flunk out of school, college, university, how can I help you? Before you lose that job, that career, that opportunity that you have, that God gave you, tell me how I could help you. How can I help you? Before you lose your business, before you lose connection with your kids and they go to the streets, and if you don't raise your kids, the streets are going to raise them. If your children are constantly going back to drugs and alcohol and depression, it's because they got it from you. There was something you didn't pour in the coffee. There's something you didn't do right. Now, for my students, how can you prepare yourself to overcome these things as you're getting your education, you're trying to better yourself, as you're establishing your career, you're establishing your business, you're investing your money, you're saving, you're being frugal, you're being pragmatic. How can you prepare yourself? If I'm successful and my family's still struggling, I'm still a piece of shit. I mastered this game, but you know what my battle is? Telling my heroin addict uncle that I'm not gonna give up on him. But I'm not gonna hide it, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. How many people in this family are on drugs? What do you want me to tell you? They're eating candy? Everybody in this family is Sam before he becomes Sam. History has a weird way of repeating itself. How many people in the family are going to see other family members lose marriages, businesses, careers, houses, cars, before somebody says, yo, I figured it out. I went through this. This is what worked for me. Let me share it with you from the heart. Like, really mean that shit. Because if you don't really mean it, God is not going to pour the blessing. There's no vessel for God to pour the blessing into. And that's not preaching religion. That's just facts. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't fit, don't wear it. Fuck it. Let it be. Worry about it when you got to go bury another family member. Worry about it when you see somebody struggling and it brings you happiness. Ask yourself, why am I happy that somebody in my family is struggling? That their car broke down, that they got a fine in their business, that they lost a permit. Where is it coming from? You got to ask yourself these questions. Is it righteous for me to feel happiness when somebody's struggling? Or is the right thing to do, reach out to that person, how can I help you? Would it hurt you? Would it take away from whatever it is that you got going? Chances are it's not really going to take away. If anything, it's going to build you because one positive moment is infectious. One positive gesture leads to a second. Each one teach one. So each two teach two. Each two teach four. Each four teach four. And shit gets better and better and better and better. For all the people that have all these opinions and these comments, I dare you to go open a YouTube channel, go get an Instagram live, and discuss your progress every single day for all the world to see and judge. See how it feels. I dare you. You guys are tough, right? You got it all figured out. Let's see how tough you are when the whole universe can see what you're doing. And be honest, be truthful. Yeah, my cousin lost his marriage and it made me happy. Say that shit to see how you feel and to see what people are going to say to you. Oh, yeah, my cousin with the good ass job, he just lost that shit and I'm so happy. Why the fuck you happy? You happy because your cousin's car broke down? You happy because somebody else's kids is on drugs and you don't know your kids is on drugs in your motherfucking house? Or you acting like you don't know? You acting like you pretending you don't see them? God don't like ugly. That's not preaching religion. I'm just telling you. How the fuck you gonna get good from doing shit that's bad? Explain that shit to me. What part of the game is that? That shit hurts. It hurts. It hurts for me to know that things are not gonna get better until everybody gets better. This is not a just one person thing. If you want true success, it's complete. It has to be among that fucking collective of people. And if it's not, it is what it is. That's it. Be humble. Show love. Have a heart. Understand. Don't try to fucking destroy a person emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, mentally, with your words. You don't have to hit somebody to hurt them. You could say some shit that could just destroy them. And that's my reality. I'm sick and tired of these so called family members turning their fucking backs against each other, fighting and bickering with each other. Then fuck all of y'all. I don't have no family. And I don't need any of you motherfuckers. Fuck all of y'all. Get the fuck out of my life. That's it. You want me to draw the line in the sand? Fuck all of y'all. You want to destroy yourselves? Go right ahead. I don't got nothing to do with that shit. I know who the fuck I am. I know where I'm coming from. I know where I'm going. And I don't want people like that in my life. And I have every right to say fuck all of y'all. Y'all all evil. I'll give my fucking money to the church. I don't give a fuck if the pastor drives a fucking Rolls Royce. So what? My sister's pastor drives a Rolls Royce. None of my motherfucking business. Enough is enough, baby. Enough of the games of I love you, but until right here, and I support you, but until right here, and this and that, all that bullshit. Yo, keep that shit to yourself, man. You dealing with the real shit. Fuck that being nice shit. Y'all all broken. Fix it. Sew the shit back together. Glue the shit back together. Tape the shit back together. Bondo the shit. Put fiberglass, carbon fiber, Kevlar. Prime it. Paint that shit. Clear coat. Make it look nice. What does it cost you to say I'm sorry? That's too much to ask for. All you successful entrepreneurs, students, colleagues, business partners, all the people that are here, you're going to be faced with these challenges. You have to be careful how you administrate because you have to protect your emotional state of being, your peace of mind. I knew a man that was so blessed that he blessed many people, and that was the secret to his success. And the moment he said, I can't help anybody else, I can only worry about myself, he lost all his blessings. If the shoe fits, wear it. I'm gonna go get me another cup of coffee, and I'm gonna take my fucking my life, and we're gonna continue. Because you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move on to the second part. You have to truly ask yourself in your heart why you feel happiness when another person is suffering. If you see a baby on the floor and the baby's crying, do you have to know who the baby is to pick the baby up? You have to be related to the baby to pick the baby up. You have to live in the same neighborhood as the baby to pick the baby up. Or are you gonna soothe the baby? What if a little kid falls off a bike and scrapes their knee? You got to be related to the baby to say, let me put a bandage on that. Let me put some antibiotics, some fucking antimicrobial. No. If you're swimming in the pool and you see somebody struggling, what 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 does it cost for you to just reach out a hand? Yo, don't worry, I got you. I'm surrounded by a collective of people that's all that they do. And what the fuck am I supposed to say? Good job. Meanwhile, to society, they're fucking they're fucking fronting like they're this and they're that. They're more focused on holding that image. Just look at their social media. Those are their representatives. But meet the person. Talk to them. Talk about life. You know what I'm saying? Talk about life and see how they manage. They got it all figured out financially. Ask them the formulas. Are they willing to fucking share it? They want you to do good, not better than them, right? All right. We'll see. We'll see. You can fake it for a little bit. Let's see if you can fake it for 25 years. I want to make sure y'all all got them houses 25 years from now. Paid off too. None of that because still got a mortgage. You know what I mean? Let me see if you still got the new car a few years from now. Give me 1 second. Like I'm about to get my coffee from that machine right there. Miren, ¿me puede dar otro café, por favor? Como si yo creo que ya me lo di así. Sí. You dig what I'm saying? Let's see if you could keep up the funk. Oh, y'all got some nice houses. I can't wait to see you 25 years from now. Y'all better not sell those houses. Y'all better have the new trucks 25 years from now. Let's see if you really got it like that. Yeah, let me see your credit score. Let me see how much money you owe. Show me how much you owe in your house. Matter of fact, that's another challenge. Second challenge for the family. I dare you to show me how much you owe on your house. Ooh, they don't like that shit. They like the paint job. They like the driveway. They like the garage. They like to paint. They think that that's what it's about. Show me how much you owe on that house. Show me your mortgage and show me your income. Show me your income to debt ratio. It's that real shit, right? Y'all don't want to hear that shit, right? Yo, shit is real in the field, B. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly, right? Show me. Since y'all think y'all better. I have met more people on the street. Gracias, mi reina. I have met more people on the street with beautiful hearts in 72 hours in Dominican Republic than all of y'all. Gracias, mi reina. Con permiso. I have met more kind people in this fucking country than everybody in my fucking family. Why? Why is that? And I got another cup of coffee just to fuck with y'all. So now, what other challenges can we give to the family? What happened to the family reunions? Y'all ran out of money? Ain't no credit? Y'all live in Florida now. What's the excuse? My godfather passed away? That was the goodbye party? I moved to Florida the year after. No family reunion. Year after. No family reunion. Year after. No family reunion. What's up with all these secret family reunions where we get to put who we want in the picture? That's not family. Family means nobody gets left behind, right? If y'all all fucking balling out of control, why don't you chip into the people that can't afford to come to the family reunion? That's what you do when you're wealthy and when you got money like that and when you're liquid. Sorry. Sorry. I'm asking y'all to love each other. Too much to ask for. I'm asking y'all to pray for each other. Too much to ask for. I'm asking you not to feel happiness when another person's struggling physically, emotionally, psychologically, mentally, financially, and in every other way. I'm asking you not to be happy when somebody loses their marriage, when somebody loses their battle to depression, when somebody succumbs to drug and alcohol abuse, when somebody loses the job, the career, education, the trade school. I'm asking you to be a human being and be considerate when somebody's clearly calling and asking for help. How many lives can you change just by hugging somebody and saying, listen, I'm here, I love you, God bless you, whatever I can do to help you, I'm here. Even if it's emotionally, even if it's moral support. How many projects has the family supported when somebody else tried to do something? How many times has somebody in the family, if you know that we have a relative that works in a restaurant, would it kill you to deliver some roses and a card to say, I love you, I appreciate you? How many of our family members are going to school? Would it hurt you to fucking deliver some chocolates and say, yo, I'm proud of you because you're going to school? Too much to ask for? What is your definition of love? What is your definition of family? Again, for my students, as an entrepreneur, you're going to be facing with these challenges, right? Not only in your staff, business partners, colleagues, your clients, but in your family. Why? Because the difference is you're financially invested with your business partners, colleagues, and your clients. You're emotionally invested with your loved ones. How many times would it be enough for somebody to say, you know what, your heart's not in the right place, your way of being is not in the right place. I need to go in a different direction because I can show with proof I've done everything to fix things. I got a wild card for y'all. How about therapy? How many times do I need to suggest, yo, why don't you guys sit down and talk? Go to a therapist. Pay them $185 an hour so you can appreciate it. Because I could speak till I'm blue. And if it doesn't pour and enter your heart, it's never going to work. But you see, a therapist is not emotionally invested. They're going to be a neutral party. They're going to tell you what you did is wrong and you need to apologize because that's where the growth is. You have to acknowledge that you've done the wrong so that then you can find a way to fix it. I don't focus on problems, I focus on solutions. I don't focus on hatred, I focus on love. I don't focus on anything that's not clear, only understanding. How can I support you? What you got going on? We all can post beautiful pictures on social media. I dare my entire family to be a family. I fucking dare y'all to be a family. You ballers out of control, got everything figured out. Your lives are perfect. Not the life that people know about that you show the world. I mean, the real shit. When the door closes, I want to know about that life. Because in there, in those environments, is where you breed this fucking hatred and it just spews out. How can I help a family that has been broken since day one? The Digna clan versus the Candida clan. When it should have been the Tonya clan. Imagine yourself at home with your wife and your children, and one of your relatives calls you because they're under a bridge partying or in a bus stop partying, and you're trying to convince this person, please go home. I'm just going to stop here and do this. I'm just going to stop here and do that. 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, sunrise. How do you deal with something like that? People that are dependent on external inputs, when they don't have those things, completely different people. My brothers, sober, amazing. My cousins, sober, amazing. My uncle, sober, amazing. My uncle on drugs, monster. My cousins on drugs, hideous. My brothers on drugs, demonic. My family in this hidden depression, evil. If the shoe fits, wear it. Each one teach one. This is all coming from a place of love. I'm a highly educated and trained professional. Neutral, not left, not right, not up, not down, not forward, not backwards, not inwards, not outwards. Not X axis, not Y axis. Neutral. Now, stepping away from being a PhD in clinical psychology, front lobe cerebral cortex, early childhood development, as a human being, humble man of God, God's servant, the real one true God, not the bullshit you see on TV or that you propagate behind closed doors. Meaning, if you're of God and you're a religious person in everything that you do, I'm not saying be evangelical and be out here on a crusade trying to preach to people. No, no, no. It's a signature in the grace in everything that you do. There's nothing more that I could want for all my loved ones to finally heal whatever it is that is broken and decaying inside. I don't want to go see nobody in jail. I'm not bailing nobody out of jail. I don't want to go to a fucking funeral. I don't want to bury nobody that never had kids, that never got married, that never finished school, never opened a business, never purchased a home in cash, never traveled the world, doesn't know how shit works. I'm not going through that shit no more. There's no young siblings, babies that need to grow up not knowing this is your uncle, this is your auntie, this is your cousins. You don't know what the house looks like. You don't know where they live. Nobody ever spoke to them about these other family members. You can't show them in pictures. Little babies growing up in identity crisis. Who are these people in and out of my life? Why do I hear all these negative things, but then I see a different behavior when they're close? I challenge everybody in this family to battle with me. Duel of the fates on a psychological level, emotional level, mental level, on a religious level. Where you want to take it? Business, money? What is it? Status? My house costs more than all the houses in the family put together, and my estate costs more. And I have more land. You guys will never know how much fucking land I have. Trust me, is a lot by the grace of God. And a lot of it, it was my grandfather's lands being stolen that motivated me. When the property value goes up, I buy more land. No more business partners. Shit is different. Shit is different, baby. No more accepting abuse, not only towards myself, but I'm not going to allow anybody else to abuse anybody else. If they're part of my clan, if they're part of my family, friend or foe, state your business. You're either with God or you're not. There's either real love in this family and real structure, or there's nothing. So stop fucking pretending. Stop playing a role and putting on a mask of love and family and God and belief and support and all that bullshit. If it's not real, just be who you are. Just say, you know what? We're of the same bloodline. We come from the same branches of the same tree, but we grew into a fungus and a fucking decay. And we don't see any other branches growing past us or next to us or between us. Just be honest. And we can all move on from this shit. You know what's one of those tests? It's not just my, when I'm negotiating. Look at what's happening with my Uncle Sam. I'll pay all the bills. I'll fix the property. You know what I challenge you guys to do? Be there emotionally. Be there medically. I'll pay for everything else. You pay for the medical care. Fair? That's a fair deal. You want to know the true definition of family? Let's start a bank. Let's combine and share financials. Let's start a portfolio. Let's start a trust fund for the kids, for the elders. For the entrepreneurs, for the people going to school, put your money where your mouth is. Y'all don't got it all figured out? I dare you. Let's go financials for financials, debt for debt, income for income, liabilities for liabilities. Y'all family, right? So what do you got to worry about? You don't want nobody to see your underwears? You go to the beach, right? All right. I want to know your credit. I want to know your income. I want to know what your debts and liabilities are. I want to know where your priorities are. How much is your mortgage? How much is your car payment? How much you pay for insurance? How much did you pay for the maintenance of the car or the maintenance of the house? I dare you. As a family, we all put it together as a family. I make 20,000 a year. You make 30,000 a year. This person makes 25,000 a year. Let's put it together. What can we invest in? You're good at cooking. Let's open you a restaurant. You like business, you like sales, let's open a real estate company. You could sell houses. You like fashion, you like to design, let's start you a clothing line. Let's at least open you a retailer. Too much to ask for? I'm sorry, I apologize. If I hurt your feelings, please forgive me for giving you some real life shit, some raw shit, because that's what y'all need. None of the fluff, no sugarcoating, nothing. Either you all love each other and work as a family the way God intended for it to be, because none of you chose your relatives. God chose those for you. Or you become declared enemies and never hurt each other again, never bother each other again. Just everybody walk away. But walk away with pride and honor, not to take it away from your kids or your extended family to be part of the collective and to build something. If you guys are too stuck in your ways, don't worry. I worry about the kids and I worry about the elders. You worry about yourself. And in the trust fund, I take you guys out and I keep the kids and the elders. That's fair. I'm going to let all of you guys make all the decisions. Crystal Delgado, Delgado Law Group. That's who I trust with my life. Miss Crystal Delgado, my lawyer, my living will and testament. If you want to negotiate with me, hit me up on my neck. 390,000 an hour to talk to me. And I was going to charge 3.9 million. Patrick told me not to charge more than 390,000. Or you could talk to Crystal Delgado. She charges 27,000 an hour. More if they use the team. That's like 57,000 an hour. If the shoe fits, wear it. Don't you got it all figured out? Oh, I got one more. I want to dopamine test the entire family. I want a hair follicle. I want a piece of your nails. I want a sweat gland, and I want blood work. I want to know every prescription you're taking and how frequent it is. I don't give a fuck if it's over the counter. I don't care if it's prescribed. I want to know how your system is flowing. I want your medical records. Since y'all want to talk that medicine shit, I'm going to deal with you guys as a doctor. Let's see if we can get to the core of the abuse. Because I've exposed all of you. One by one, picking you guys up. Pew, 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 pew. Put your money where your mouth is. You guys have these big, beautiful houses. There should be nobody homeless in this family. Do we have people in this family that are homeless? I think we got people in this family that are homeless. Shouldn't be. Do we have extra vehicles for our family members that need transportation? There shouldn't be anybody in this family without transportation. Do we have family members that could go back to school? Can we help them? I apologize. Too much to ask for. My mistake for asking you guys to love each other the way that God intended it. But y'all talk that religion shit, right? Y'all talk that God shit. Looks good on social media, right? It looks good to the representatives of the people how you portraying this triangulation and this smoke and mirror shit. But when it comes down to the real meat and potatoes, knowing that the same blood runs through right here, that there's a heart that beats, y'all don't speak that language. See, I only speak boss. I don't speak worker. How many bosses are there in this family? How many masterminds in this family? How many of you can measure your power by your ability to help another person? I challenge you guys to do that for the next 60 to 72 months. Starting today, June 3rd, 2025 is 2:28 in the morning, Dominican Republic time. And I have witnesses. I have a whole bunch of people here. And God is our witness too. So what more do you guys want? One moment could change your life or it could stay the same. The choice is yours. I hear a lot of talk. I want to see some action. Y'all want to put people up on a scoreboard? Let's put y'all on a scoreboard. I challenge all of y'all. I'm going to send you this. Everybody on Facebook, y'all all going to get it. Now you guys can start gossip because this one I'm going to send to you. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't, if does not apply to you, if you're exempt, show the proof of your exemption. That's my perspective as your relative. Then and only then, with tangible proof for everybody to have the same copy of everybody's financials, then you guys can apply for a permit to be hurtful to somebody else. Because if you got the balls to talk about the next person, you better be righteously walking with God. Your background better be squeaky clean. Your system better be clean before you go around calling people crazy and inadequate and insufficient and ineffective and out of synergy. Everybody lost the abuse permit. Everybody lost the love tax. June 3rd, 2025, 2:30 in the morning, Dominican Republic time. And tomorrow you already know it's going to be a circus. You want to know how to be successful in life? You cannot be successful unless those things are in place. Success is not credit or a house or a car or jewelry or none of that bullshit. Success is complete happiness, compassion, being a human being. Y'all machines? Okay, we'll treat you like machines. Y'all got it all figured out, right? I challenge you. Y'all can play baseball, right? Y'all can play basketball. Let's play a few games of golf. Let's play some tennis. Let's play some handball. I can go wherever you guys are, I'll meet you. We can start here. We can build. We can start here. We can start where you guys want to go. Because I set the bar real high for y'all. I challenge anybody in the family to write a book. We'll put your one book versus my 45. And I took them off Amazon, so you can only buy them from me now. NFTs, OpenSea.io, Rarible. You need Bitcoin. I don't take cash no more. Publish one book. I give you guys 1 year to publish one book. It could be about anything: cooking, dancing, gossiping, hurting people's feelings, being happy when your fucking family members are struggling. Whatever you want it to be about. God, you want to travel, you want to have a travel guide, whatever you want it to be about. I dare you to write a book about coffee. Every moment has to end. Are you up for the challenge? I'm up for the challenge. You know what I mean? I should be seeing messages. I should be seeing text. I should be getting phone calls. I should be seeing some type of action. You know what I mean? See if the ladies there. You know what I mean? I should be hearing something from somebody. Got to have something to say. You just ain't gonna let me say all this shit and y'all don't got nothing to say. I know that shit is impossible. You dig what I'm saying? I know that shit is impossible, yo. You ain't gonna let me talk like that to y'all, right? Not me. Not me. Not the artist with the biggest catalog ever. In negotiations, by myself, me and God. Y'all ready? Who's taking the challenge? I'm ready. I want to see your video tomorrow on your Instagram, on your Facebook. Anybody disrespects anybody in this family and says that word, I'm going to physically attack you every day. Mentally, you're going to see. I'm going to torment you. So you see what it feels like. You can hide from me, but you can't hide from God. I challenge you. You think God sent me down there for some coffee and a snack, 2 cups of coffee, or God sent me to teach you truth? Let those that have ears hear me, and let those that have eyes see me. Let's see. Dios la bendiga. Con permiso. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, I got it all figured out, right? All right. Show and prove, baby. It's time to show and prove. I want to see everybody show and prove. That's the new name of the game. And just like that, we right back at it, baby. Right back where we started. Oh shit, I put the other coffee in here. Hold on. Let's see how many people in this beautiful family can actually show and prove. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to think about it. I can't hear you. See, I can do what you guys do very easily. I just have a good heart and I You know what I mean? I don't have to go around hurting people. To be complete or to be content, I could just show love. That's it. That's all I gotta do. Praise God in everything that I do and how I do it. For my psychology students, yo, y'all got a good one today. That was a moment of some ill clarity right there. I'm back in the house, dog. Don't call it a comeback, baby. Very, very simple things. I want to hear everything I got to say. Shout out to you in the peanut gallery. Checkmate.